Okay, hopefully you guys can still hear me and see my screen. Let me hit play on this and let's get rocking. How I fired my record label and went on to sell hundreds of thousands of albums as an independent artist. Who is excited to learn about this? I've built a multiple six-figure business, performing, touring, selling my music online, marketing it using social media, and you're going to learn all that tonight. Are you guys ready for this? Awesome, awesome. Well, my mission is to help 1,000 artists and musicians launch their careers and make music a full-time. There's nothing wrong with having a job to put your money into your music, to grow it, but I know the dream and the goal is to eventually do it full-time and have your music paying the bills and touring the world and just doing what you love, right? Well, my question is, would you like to be one of them? Would you like to be someone doing that and another one of my successful students who has done that? Because this is for, artists that have music for sale or don't have music for sale, okay? It's for managers, for bands, label owners, solo artists, and all genres of music. These strategies also work worldwide. It doesn't matter if you make country, EDM, hip-hop, rock, metal, any genre that hasn't been created. As long as there's an audience for it, we can find them online and market to them, and you can have an amazing career. So I hope that is awesome and good news because, I'm sure parents or friends or maybe somebody said something to you that said, oh, that won't work in that genre. Yeah, right. Yes, it will. Here's a few stories of my successful students. This is a band called All Above Me. They said, Chris's courses have launched our careers as independent artists. We are now generating income selling music online, monetizing our videos, and have over 7,000 likes now on our Facebook page. Here's another artist, Cole DeRoos from Kansas City, USA. He says, Chris has helped my music using his marketing techniques from Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and even helping me book more shows. Because I love to play shows, whether you don't like to play shows, but it's something I love to do. You don't have to play shows, but I love marketing my music online and also playing live. Here's another band called We Are Leo. This is my buddy Doug that I worked with. He says, I've read a lot of books, watched a lot of tutorials, but haven't found anything as helpful as his courses. Chris showed me all the ways I was missing out on making money from my music on YouTube and satellite radio. Now, how many of you feel that you're missing out, like you've missed out, like you should be getting paid more money and maybe you just don't know how to monetize it, right? Because that's exactly how it was for me, and I'm sure you've experienced the same thing. But let me share with you, the record label is a dying model. We don't need them anymore. So I want you to get that out of your head, thinking that you need a record label, because you don't, okay? All you need is your fans, because it's fans that come to your shows. It's fans that buy CDs. It's fans that support your Kickstarter campaigns and vote for you on the radio and awards and all this stuff. It's not the labels. The labels wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the fans that bought music. We've got it upside down. We just need to learn how to market and get our music in front of the right fans. This is actually me on a tour in Japan, and we actually got to shoot a music video there, and I got to crowd surf on them. It was the time of my life. Just so awesome. The record business is dead, but long live the music business and the music consumption and the distribution in this new digital age we live in, which is amazing. We shouldn't get upset with it. We should get excited because there's a huge opportunity right now. It is up. YouTube is up. Getting your music licensed is up. The 45% engaged in licensed and audio streaming. Like, piracy is dead, guys. And there is such a huge opportunity with digital music. 44% are purchasing physical copies still, or music or paid downloads. 45% use audio streaming services. 75% use video streaming services for music. And this is all people on their mobile. This is all people online. And I don't know if you can see there on the top there where it says 44%. To the right it says 32% CDs, 28% downloads, and 17% vinyl. That's right. I've actually helped artists, including myself and other artists, build vinyl sales funnels to sell their vinyl using Facebook ads, which I'll share more of later on. I don't want to get ahead of myself. But you're going to be learning the 3 secrets here. Secret number 1, a hidden secret record labels don't want you to know that I use to sell 40 plus albums a day while I sleep, guys. 40 plus albums. If that sounds crazy to you, I want you to know it's real and you can scale it even more. And this is while I sleep using marketing and advertising, which I'll get into later on. You're also going to learn secret number 2, how to make thousands of dollars on YouTube from other people's viral videos without spending any money on ads. Who's excited about secret number 2? Come on. One's a pile of money from YouTube. It's time we start getting paid for our music. And then secret number 3, how to ethically steal fans from your favorite artists without having to open for them on tour. Without even having to leave your house, you can ethically steal their fans, okay? Are you excited about this? Let me hear you some yeses in the comments. What's up? The only way for you to grow your music career is by building your fan base and monetizing your music. Because it's one thing to build the fan base, but we also have to learn how to monetize it. At the end of this training, I'm going to be doing a VIP Q&A, answering all your questions, all right? So we're going to be hanging out afterwards. That's the backstage pass that you're going to get. And then at the end, I'm going to give you a free gift, and that's a fan email list building tool or template that I call that you can use to give away your music and build an email list. Why would you want to build an email list? Because that is the most powerful marketing tool to stay in touch with your fans. And if you're not building an email list, you got to start, and this is going to help you. That's why I'm giving you that. But what I want you to do right now is I want you to turn off your cell phone. I want you to turn off distractions. I want you to pretend that you paid thousands of dollars to be here, because I'm going to be dropping some value bombs, and I don't want you to be distracted. I want you to get somewhere quiet, get your pad and pen. I want you to be able to take notes and dream, because we want to take this to the next level. I want you to pretend like you're this little kid right here, okay? Focused, no distractions. Turn it off the phone unless you're watching this on your phone. Grab your pen and paper. Let's start getting ready to take notes and rock this in, because I promise you, just like this guy on the bike here, you are going to feel super overwhelmed, but that's a good thing because I'm going to be throwing a lot at you. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Chris Greenwood, also known as Manifest. I've sold hundreds of thousands of albums, millions of singles. I've toured over 22 different countries. All right, I've been to Japan, to Sweden, to Australia. That's me there with NF. I got a cool story I'll tell you about that later on. Me with Scott Stapp on tour, and just been all over the world. It's been an amazing privilege. And I started coaching other artists because a lot of them didn't know how to monetize this thing, and they were struggling, and they're trying to figure it out. And the difference between me and other teachers is I make a full-time living from making music, not teaching it. I started teaching artists while I was on tour in the green room. All right, that's how I got into helping other artists, because I was bummed out that a lot of artists were signing these label deals and they were like death sentences for their career. I've been releasing albums since 2001. I've released over 14 different albums. Okay, so over 18 years of experience you're going to get, and I'm still in this game. I haven't even plateaued yet. I'm still growing. I just released an album in 2017, and I'm releasing a new one in 2018. And here's a song that was just recently on the Billboard charts. What's up? It was above Metallica for maybe a couple of weeks, but it still made the Billboard chart, so I'm stoked. And here's just a screenshot of my income. And I don't share this stuff to brag. I just share this stuff to say, hey, I know what I'm doing, and I want to help you, and I want this to be you. But this is a shot of my TuneCore account from all of 2017, and this is just one music income stream, okay? I'm not talking about Shopify. I'm not talking about YouTube and a whole bunch of other places where I make money, and I made $61,000 alone. And wow, I can't even believe it sometimes, and what a blessing it's been, and I want to help you do the same thing. Here's another shot of my Spotify account. I've got over 275,000 monthly listeners, and because anyone can show you screenshots of stuff, right? But people could fake it, and if you even go look at my Spotify right now, you'll see that this number, lines up. So I really do have a fan base. I really am doing this, and I really do want to help you and see you win. I've released multiple Kickstarters. This is my first one I did. I only raised about $17,000. Then the second one we did, we raised $22,000, and this is all using Pledge Music. And then on my third, we released $25,000, so we grew. And then I went to Kickstarter, and we raised $45,000. And so I was totally blown away by that. And I just want to say this. Who needs a record label when you can raise money from your fans, even if you have a small or no fan base? I've seen so many artists do it. You can do it. And because this is the thing, if you even did sign with the label, they give you an advance of, say, $50,000. Once you've paid that back by selling records, you still don't even own your own music. You're still a slave to them, okay? And I had the privilege of having my songs in video games, which was a blessing. I've toured, like I said, this is a tour poster from China that we did, which was awesome. I've been to Russia, as you heard me, with my drummer and guitarist. We normally put bass on tracks, FYI. No offense to the bass players out there. And here's me in the studio with my buddy Adam Messenger, who's produced for Bieber and Magic and Christina Aguilera, Pitbull, you name it. And I just met him when I was really young, and I'll tell you, it's all about the relationships. But I just want to say this, look, I'm playing that guitar as a joke right there. I actually failed music in school, and I cannot play the guitar very well. I actually went to school to play the trumpet, and I failed the trumpet, so, my teacher actually told me to not pursue music. And maybe you're here and you've had a teacher tell you that you shouldn't pursue something. And because they, kind of dissed me about music, I was like, man, I had all these doubts and stuff. I'm wondering, can I really do this? And maybe you've asked the same question yourself. You're wondering, can I really do this? And I want to say, yeah, you can. You can do this. But I just want you to know, I've had the same doubts you've had. I've had the same insecurities. I've had the same times where I got made fun of, picked on, and just said, just rejected. But I just want you to know, rejection is a part of the process. Don't fear it. Embrace it and keep fighting. Because when I failed music in school, I was like, okay, screw this, I'll go skateboard. And skateboarding became my new dream. And so I would just breathe, eat, and sleep skateboarding. I just pursued that nonstop, and I wanted to become pro. But I'll be honest, I always had this fear in my life because I didn't have a dad growing up. And my dad actually committed suicide when I was 5 years old. So I didn't have this strong father figure to look up to. So, I would always just try to throw myself into things. And so I really threw myself into skateboarding and just loved that so much. And but I ended up getting in a gnarly skateboarding accident, and so I couldn't skate for months, and I was depressed. I was suicidal, like my dad, and a girl that I loved dumped me at the same time, and so I couldn't skateboard anymore, and so my dream of skateboarding was done. And that's actually when I started to write music and started to write songs. And I just want you to know, I was so terrible at rapping and singing. That's me in the gray shirt there with the hat backwards. There was not many people at the show, which is a good thing because we were really bad. I was in a group, actually, and here's another close-up shot of me. And so just want you to know, it's not about how you start, but it's about how you finish. And you don't have to be great to get started in music, but you do have to start to become great. And starting for you today might be releasing an album or releasing a single or an EP or performing your first show. And I just want to encourage you, just even being on this webinar, I want to congratulate you for just starting and wanting to learn more because, I was terrible. I didn't know what I was doing. But thank God I met this awesome girl who I ended up actually becoming my wife, believe it or not. But when we were dating, she helped me put together the graphics and the design for my first EP. And this is my first EP, and this is a photo of me at the skateboard park because eventually my foot did heal and I was able to skateboard again. But, I just fell in love with music, but we still decided to, take this shot at the skateboard park. And the reason I share this is just to say, look, man, whatever you're passionate about, intertwine that with your music, share those things that you were stoked about, okay? And this EP didn't sell millions or anything like that, but it was a start. It was a 5-song EP, and then eventually a year or two later, I released a full album. And did this blow up or did that one blow up? No, but you know what? I played more shows, I built a fan base, and I made more money, and I learned stuff. And what I say to artists all the time is that I coach is that, look, a lot of artists, they might release their first song or their first EP, but they never make it to their second one. And there's this thing called the messy middle, and maybe you're in there right now and you're thinking of quitting, but maybe because you don't know some of these strategies I'm going to teach you today, that's going to push you over the edge to make it to the next level. Because while I was, releasing these albums and stuff, I was working a computer job. I had a job that I was working full-time, and so I just take the money I made in that and I would invest it into my music career and just trying to keep building this thing and get my website done and get my logo done and just slowly build this thing. And then eventually labels got wind of me and I got offered to sign a deal. And the reason that happened is because I was out touring and playing shows and meeting people, and I was like, man, should I sign this deal? This is crazy. And I remember calling a friend and and he's saying, Chris, well, man, this is an opportunity, man. You don't want to be wondering, what if for the rest of your life. And isn't that what you want, man? Sign a record deal, finally make it and get signed. That's what you've always wanted, right? And I'm like, I should just do it, man. And so I quit my job and I signed the record deal, and I was like, wow. I was like, freedom. I'm really doing this. I signed a deal, man. I'm going to make it. I'm going to be a rock rap star. And we released my first album called Epiphany there, as you can see there. And I was just thought like I was going to be the man. And the reason there's two of me on there is because it was supposed to be the rock side and the rap side. A lot of people thought I was still in a group, but it was just me. So you want to be careful with your marketing. And so I thought I was just going to blow up and everyone was going to love my songs. I was going to be like the next Eminem or Yellow Wolf or Mac Miller or whoever's out there, you know, Machine Gun Kelly. And so I just thought there's going to be thousands of fans and crushing it. But it wasn't like this at all after I got signed. It was actually like this. There was not that many people at the shows. You know, I had my first experience of actually performing to chairs, and I had to perform while there's maybe 3 or 4 people there. It wasn't that there was actually no one, but it felt like that. And maybe you can relate to that. It's just like, man, yeah, like performing for no one, it sucks, Chris. And so I just want you to know I have been there many times. And after quitting my job and going on tour and doing everything that the record label's telling me to do, I'm 6 months. You know, after 6 months, I'm $30,000 in debt, man. And I was depressed. I was discouraged. I was like, what the heck, man? What did I do? Like, I thought I was going to be the star, you know? And it wasn't like that at all. And the label wasn't helping me like I thought they would. And we're not selling millions of records. I'm like, what is going on, man? And I found out that the record label, plus they only paid me twice a year. Twice a year. How are you supposed to live on twice a year? That's for your sales, and I think you get paid maybe 4 times for your publishing. But that's only if you're selling records, right? And then plus what they do pay you, in my specific deal, I was only getting paid 25%. They were taking 75% of whatever I sold. So whatever I did make was minuscule. Let me tell you, it wasn't enough to survive and pay the bill. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? Why did I sign this deal? You know, me and my wife are on the road together because I was just touring with my iPod at the time, and we had to split meals and eat at the dollar menu at McDonald's and just we would just, you know, sometimes not eat lunch and just wait till we get to the show and just have dinner. We'd skip meals and do whatever we could. I remember, you know, just sleeping in the car on the side of the road, and the winter came one time, and I remember we didn't even have enough money to get groceries, and we went to the grocery store and we had to count every dime. Just because, like, we couldn't go over budget. And one time I had to go back and return stuff because I knew we'd be over budget. And I didn't want to look embarrassed when we, you know, paid with our car. You know, I remember sleeping on hotel room floors and at the airport just to save a little bit of money while I'm chasing this dream. Sometimes I'd, you know, just sleep on the hotel floor or the airport floor until my flight because I didn't want to go to a hotel. And so I just want to tell you guys, it was a rough time. And this is after signing a record deal. And I remember during those dark times, you know, my job was offered to me back at a higher position and a higher salary. And this is right after I get off a really rough tour that, you know, I actually bought onto. And that's when you actually pay to play, believe it or not. And I get back and I'm just like, man, should I take this job? Like, I need the money, or I got to do something, man. Chris, you got to figure this out. And my wife's like, Chris, come on, you got to figure this out. Like, and she was actually in supportive. And so I was at this crossroad, and it's like, what road do I go down? And maybe you feel the same way. You're like tired, you're exhausted, you need a breakthrough. And I want you to hear the voice of Akon here that I had ringing in my head, which is many artists step out of line right when their name is about to be called. Like I said, a lot of artists give up after the first song or after the first EP. They're like, yeah, I released my EP, I released my album. And then they don't know how to market and they don't know how to promote it. Like, I'm going to teach you on this webinar today. And they're like, and then I give up. But then their name is called and they get an awesome opportunity. But because they waited in line so long and they didn't get their opportunity right away, they stepped out of line. And I don't want you to step out of line. I want you to stick with it. Give me some stick with it's in the comments and some, I'm not going to quit, Chris. I'm going to keep going after my dream. You know, my biggest mistake was signing a record deal. You know, I used to think signing a record deal was when I made it and was the beginning of my career. Little did I know, for most artists, signing a record deal is like the beginning of the end of your career, not the start, okay? And I like to say, you know, sure, some label deals do work out, but man, from my experience, from what I've seen, most artists do not know how to survive without a label, and they end up giving up. And I don't want you to give up, because I was counting down the days until I got my albums back from the label. They held my albums hostage for over 7 years. And 7 years, I'll be honest, is is a long time, but that's nothing compared to most artists never get their records back. They sign their master rights away, never to get them back again. And so that was a blessing that I had a good lawyer, and I learned some things. So this is what I want you to get from my story here, is you don't need a record label. You just need fans plus a strategy to market your music. How many of you ready to get a strategy to market your music? Because there's a new opportunity for independent artists, and we can beat these labels at their own game. Look, it used to be you needed to get in Tower Records or get in stores, but with a push of a button, you can get to your fans. It used to be you have to go through the label to get to your fans, and so people can buy your music. Your CDs had to be on the shelves, but now with iTunes and Spotify and YouTube, we can go directly to our fans, and we can kick out the middleman that's taken 75 and sometimes more percentage from us artists, and so we end up giving up. We can distribute our own music and have it making money for us 24/7 using a TuneCore or CD Baby or DistroKid. And this forced me to learn how to make money with my music. And here's just a screenshot of some of the ways you can make money with your music. I'm not going to go over them here, but I go further into detail on this in my course. But I have multiple streams of income from my music. And when I learned this stuff, my friends and artists on tour started asking me, like, Chris, how are you still making money with your music? Like, we come off tour and we go back to our jobs, and you come off tour and you're just making more music, or you're promoting it, or you're getting ready for the next tour and stuff like that. How are you doing that? And that's how I started getting into teaching and stuff. And then organizations like TuneCore started recognizing me as this expert on marketing. And here's a blog featuring me about crowdfunding. And now Facebook is featuring me there for some of my Facebook ad strategies that are starting to work. And so that's why I started helping artists like you. And I just want you to know, for the past 10 plus years, I did it the hard way. I signed the wrong record deal that cost me over $50,000. I didn't know how to monetize my music that cost me $100K. I listened to the haters that cost me time, which was like another $60,000. I didn't always work with A players. I wasted hours uploading my music, hired the wrong promotions team, and just didn't know how to market my music. Can I get an amen, or can you feel a brother up here? That cost me at least over $500,000. Well, I did it the hard way. And after 10 plus years, I discovered that way. But you get to cheat today, and you get the easy way. Who's excited to know that you get to cheat and get the easy way? Are you ready for this? Well, I want to know that you are not alone, and that I've been through all this pain, wasted time and money, so you don't have to. If you want to learn the 3 secrets on how I make music full-time without a label, type some heck yeses in the chat box. Come on. At the end of this presentation, yes, I'm going to offer you an awesome program worth $8,895. Get that in your mind, because it's freaking awesome. I'm going to be sharing that at the end, so get excited about that. But let's get into secret number 1, a hidden secret record labels don't want you to know that I use to sell 40 plus albums a day while I sleep. The old way to sell CDs was to hire a publicist. Spend $1,500, $2,000, sometimes a month to promote an album or an EP. And first of all, I want to say that's a huge waste of money. They normally just blast out to their contacts and they barely follow up. Normally, most publicists have like 5 to 7, key blogs or different places they can get reviews for each genre, so that they have those in the pocket to make you feel like you got something out of it, but it's a freaking waste of money. I got maybe 7 features and 2 radio interviews, which I could have set up myself, which you could set up yourself, which I teach you how to do. It's time that we learn how to do this stuff. This is the old way that labels still use, and it doesn't work, and it is not a good investment of your money. I've also wasted $25,000 on a radio campaign. I've wasted hundreds of thousands. I'm just talking about one campaign that I'm specifically talking about here. Sure, stations played the songs. Sure, they'll tell you that, yeah, the stations added the songs, but they don't tell you that they were played at midnight, which is called the overnight drive, when no one is listening. Not every spin at radio is equal, guys, okay? Don't always believe the smoke and mirrors. I'll give you a perfect example here, and I'm going to open up my slides for a second here, but this is House of Cards. Okay, a song we took to radio. We spent $25,000 on this song. It's from my album Stones. Here's Firestarter. We spent no money on radio. And look, just freaking organically, it's already got more spins than that song. Okay, so there's freaking proof right there. Can you tell I'm a little ticked off still about it? You know, again, a huge waste of money. This is the old way. I saw no sales spike or ROI, which stands for return on investment, okay? When I spend money, I want to know when I'm getting a return. How many of you want to know when you spend money, you invest money, you want to know you're getting at least something back, right? Like, geez, at least break even or profit so that, you know, you have the fans so that the next album is even more profitable. If you want to learn the new way, say yes in the chat. Facebook ads, social media, that is the strategy. Let's jump into this, man. Facebook ads are how I sell 40 plus albums a day. I have finally cracked the code and learned how to put $1 into Facebook and turn it into $3. Who is stoked to learn about that? Because look, you're actually, when you spend money, you know people saw the video. You know people clicked on the video. You can track how long they viewed the video for. You know when you put money in that you're going to get it back, okay? Here's one ad that I ran, okay? And I spent a ton of money on this. Look at that first red circle. 3.4 million people reached. 1.9 million views. 20,168 shares. 43,000 likes. 2.7 thousand comments. Okay, nobody spends that much money on Facebook unless they're getting those results. As you can see there at the bottom, I spent $10,289 on that ad. Okay, why did I do that? Because I made $27,000 tracking it in ClickFunnels. Okay, using this software to sell CDs. But guess what's even better about that? I've got all their email addresses and customer information. Can I get an amen? And that does not include the 20,000 I made on TuneCore. Okay, and this is actually calculating all of it. So it's not 20,000. It's actually, because look, I just want to show you here. This song was for the song Impossible. That's the music video that's in that ad. But the CD I was selling was Stones. Okay, and so is it a freaking coincidence that Impossible, which is on the album Glory, it made the most money because that was the music video? Is it a freaking coincidence that the album Stones happens to be selling the most because that's what I'm marketing on Facebook? No, it's not a coincidence, okay? So this stuff works. Is this not exciting? And this is a good thing. Look, before I go to the next thing, most brands, most labels are not spending money on Facebook ads. These views are cheap. This is an opportunity, and I'm going to go further into it in my courses and how to set this up. But if you are not spending hundreds of dollars a day on Facebook, Instagram advertising, or YouTube, you are missing out on the greatest opportunity that has never been handed to us as independent artists. Are you guys excited? I hope this story pumped you up. Secret number 2. How to make thousands of dollars on YouTube from other people's viral videos without spending any money on ads. Come on, who wants a pile of YouTube money? You ready to learn something awesome here? Woo! How many of you watch videos on YouTube? How many videos are produced without music? Not many of them, right? All of them have music behind them. And this is the thing. We need to be on YouTube. People are looking for music, and they're looking for your music. They're looking for my music. And I want to go into that here because I used to think YouTube was a big waste of time, a big waste of money. I could not get any views. I could not get any subscribers. I definitely wasn't getting paid, and I felt like this guy racking my head against the wall like, man, how do I make this YouTube thing work? I hear all these YouTube stars. How do I rank my videos? How do I get more views on them organically? I see people doing this and covers and all kinds of stuff, and I just didn't know how to do it. I had multiple companies putting claims on my videos, so there were conflicts, and I didn't know how to get more views. I was frustrated, and it's like the label was taking all the money, and I made the music videos, and I did all this work, but it was just like, why am I putting money into this and time into this if it's not paying me anything? The record label was taking all my money on YouTube, and they didn't tell me how it works. They kept on saying, oh, we'll premiere your music video for you, Chris, on our channel. Sure, you can upload it to yours, but we're going to premiere it on our channel, and I didn't realize that they were maintaining control. And that's the first law of success. If you want to win anywhere in life, you've got to learn to maintain control. And when you sign with a record label, you give up control. I knew there was YouTube money to be made, but I didn't know how to make it until I figured out these secrets. Here's my channel where I first started to make some money. I made about $107, and that's just a little bit of ad revenue, and that's not bad. That's from my channel. Okay, $107 in every 30 days. Okay, that's a little bit. That'll help buy some groceries and stuff like that. But this is when it started to get really interesting. I started to get $1,400. Then I started to make $1,800, $1,500, and that's when the game started to change. You don't need thousands of subscribers to make money on YouTube. Here's my channel right here. I've got about 43,000 subscribers right now, but I want to tell you the dirty little secret that the labels and many people don't want you to know. It's not about your channel. Yes, that helps, but it's about other people's channels. And what do I mean by that? It's about other people's videos. What do I mean by that? Well, why is this crazy dog on the screen right now? Well, it's because this video has these crazy pit bull dogs doing all these crazy tricks. It's got 12.1 million views on it, and it just happens to be using my music in the background. Well, because it's using my music in the background, I get paid money or a percentage of the ad revenue and stuff from every single one of those 12.1 million views. Is that not exciting? Is that not good news? Is that not awesome? How do you do that? Well, it's through this thing called Content ID. Here's another video. I don't know who this person is, but they uploaded some animation video, and it's got 6.2 million views. Again, they happen to be using my music. Here's another video. It's got 806,000 views. Again, used my music, and because I've monetized this right, I'm getting paid on every single one of those views. Here's my music video on my channel. It's currently got about 769,000 views only, and yet all these other people that are promoting my music practically for me. Is that not awesome? Is that not freaking amazing? Well, this is how you get paid for it. What we call those videos that have our music on it, it stands for UGC, and it stands for User Generated Content. Videos that your fans, or maybe they're not even your fans, just people that found a song and they're like, oh, I'll throw that in the back of my sports video or animation video or video doing dog tricks. And this is in a report from my from TuneCore, because I was working with them on my channel, and they're like, hey, revenue from YouTube Audio Fingerprint, or UGC, still makes up a large majority of the revenue from Manifest. Official content or videos on the official artist channel generates only 21%. Okay, so the majority of the revenue, okay, that I'm making is not even off my freaking channel. It's off of all those other YouTube videos that are out there that have my music in there. Does that not blow your mind to know that it's not even just about your channel, but you've got to set it up and monetize it the right way, okay? If you want to know how I get paid from all these videos, it's from the YouTube Content ID, okay? I set this up with TuneCore. CD Baby can also do it, all right? And you can set up for the pro version or the publishing admin, and then they go and put a claim on all those videos out there, and so that you start getting paid for your music. So it's not a bad thing for people using your songs in their videos. In fact, you want to encourage it. You want to get people giving away your music for free and getting it out there so you can start making money while you sleep. The more videos on YouTube with your music, the more money you make. Look at this guy right here. I don't know who this is. I just grabbed it off the internet because he was selling CDs. And sure, that's great to be selling a CDS show and all that, and that's fine. He's got some books there too. But look, he can only be in one place at one time. He can only be performing in one place at one time. So he can only sell CDs hand to hand. But I don't know about you, but I want to make money while I sleep 24/7. While I'm, maybe performing at shows, I want to be making money online as well. And that's what I like to call Swiss dollars. I have a training that I'm going to be, that's included in my programs later today called Sales While I Sleep Soundly. Making money while you sleep. How many people out there want to make some Swiss dollars? I don't want any Swiss chocolate. Give me some Swiss dollars right now. So I want you to understand that your songs are assets. Your music is needed. Not even just YouTube, man, but we're talking TV, film, the whole thing. I don't have time to get into all that today. I just wanted to focus on YouTube. I just wanted you to open your mind, is that, look, you're a creator and people will pay you for that. You can get paid for your music. That's why you don't need a record label. That's why I don't need a record label. You can all do this by yourself. You don't need permission from a label to start a YouTube channel. You just need to do it yourself. And you can do this as an independent artist, just like this girl, Julia Nunes. I met her when I was in Midem at this conference in Cannes, France, at this expo, and we were chatting and hitting it off, and I was inspired by her story because she just started doing Beyonce covers in her dorm room. And the videos weren't special or anything like that, but she just started making covers and putting her stuff out there, and she'd also do her own original music too, and she started just building a fan base. And she ended up raising over $71,000 on Kickstarter. More than me on Kickstarter, okay? And so this is the thing. There's all these amazing artists that you've never even heard of that just got started and were willing to learn this stuff and to put themselves out there. I want to remind you guys, I'm going to be doing the VIP Q&A. I know you're posting comments and questions in there, but we're going to do Q&A at the end. I just want to keep rocking through these slides. Secret number 3. How to ethically steal fans from your favorite artists without having to open up for them on tour. How to steal fans from your favorite artists without even having to open up for them on tour. You can do this right from your bedroom, right from your studio, right from your work. You can learn how to do this, okay? When I first started to tour and play shows, I just wanted to get on stage and perform these songs I had written. I just wanted to share them with the world. I wasn't even concerned about the money side of things, but the reason sometimes I talk about the money and stealing fans and all this stuff is because, look, you need to be able to sustain it, right? Because sure, you're making money at your job and you're investing everything in that, but eventually you want your music working for itself and paying for itself, right? And that's what I want for you. You see, I got on a tour and shared my music, and it was amazing. I toured the world. I went all over the place and got to share my message, and I heard stories from fans that was just life-changing. I toured with POD, Flyleaf. I toured with Red, TFK, Saving Abel, did tours in Japan. NF actually opened up for me, and then 3 years later, I opened up for him, and that's a crazy story. You have no idea where you can be years from now. NF ended up just blowing up huge. This is right when he was starting to blow up with his first album, Mansion, actually. I wanted to perform for my fans, but I wanted to see my family too, right? I can't tell you how many shows, being on tour for weeks at a time, sometimes months at a time, I missed multiple of my wife's birthdays. I can't tell you how many anniversaries and most New Year's Eves because I was playing shows. I was out there on tour, and I love touring, guys, and I still sometimes have to miss things and whatnot, but now, because I'm making music online, I at least have that choice. But there was a time when I didn't have that choice, and it was tough, and it was hard, because I was struggling, because I'm impacting all these people at shows, and all these fans are telling me that my song saved them from suicide, or got them through a rough time in college, or saved their marriage, or saved them from going through divorce. How do you put a price on that, right? And that's why you write music, and you want to get it out there. And so what I did is I took the experience of the road, and I brought it online via social media. I brought my personality, I brought my show online, because I started to remember how many CDs of bands I've bought religiously but never saw them live once, And social media is free. Plus, it's so easy to find your fans, guys. And I want to show you some ideas right here. If I was to work with you one-on-one and sit down at a coffee shop, or we're on a Skype call, I would first say, look, tell me what your genre is. What are you? Are you hip-hop? Are you rock? Are you country, EDM, alternative pop? Are you a mix of both? What do you sound like? Because we got to go find fans that like that type of music. And I'd say, who do you compare yourself to? Who do you sound like? Give me an artist similarity. Is it Linkin Park? Is it Eminem, Rihanna, Mumford & Sons, Ed Sheeran, Bruno Mars? Tell me something. And if you say, oh, I sound like nobody, I would probably hang up the phone, because we all sound like something. It is not wrong to compare yourself to. We're inspired by someone or something, okay? And, comparisons aren't bad. They help tell people who you sound like. They would tell me who you sound like, so I can go, oh, okay, so we got to go like this, all right, and I start getting marketing ideas, and when you meet someone, you might want to say, oh, I sound like Linkin Park meets Eminem, or I sound like a male version of Rihanna with rapping, or a Bruno Mars meets Beatles. When you start painting that picture like that for people, a dirty pop version of Johnny Cash, oh, okay, sick. That makes me actually want to check you out more, right? Because it paints a picture. If you just say, oh, I sound like nothing you've ever heard of, it's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, that's great. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's no good. If I sound like Linkin Park, should I market to them and their fans? If I sound like Bruno Mars, should I market to them and their fans? Heck yes, absolutely. If you sound like someone, that's exactly the first fan base you should market to. And the good thing is, Facebook tells us who likes those pages because there's a group and you can target people using Facebook ads and boosting posts, and you can say, hey, I like this type of artist or that type of artist. Let's boost that post to them. Here's a video I uploaded and I boosted it and it reached 5,000 people. Okay, and I know I showed you another ad where I reached even more, but how powerful does it get? And all of a sudden I've got a music video showing up in someone's news feed while they're scrolling. All of a sudden they see my video and they're like, oh, who's that, man? And what if the ad says, if you're a fan of Linkin Park, check out Manifest, or if you're a fan of, Bruno Mars, check out Johnny Joe or whatever your artist name is. Boosting a Facebook post, okay? If you're not doing that, you are missing out. If you're not putting your ad on Instagram, which is a huge opportunity, you are missing out because the huge brands like Coca-Cola and Nike haven't even fully jumped in here, so we can get ad spend and we can get views and likes and build a brand for pennies on the dollar, and we can reach our fans and be just like, boom, check out our music. I'm telling you, there's an opportunity right now that we're going to look back 6 years from now and be like, man, I wish I learned more on Instagram. I wish I spent more money learning Google ads, YouTube ads, and actually set up a fan generating machine. I have ads, guys, going 24/7 on Facebook, on YouTube, putting my music videos in front of people. I'm not just boosting a post once. I've got ads running 24/7. When people watch those video ads on YouTube and it shows you that ad that you have to skip, right? And it says advertisement. Well, imagine that was your music video before an artist that sounds similar to you. I've had some fans even post a comment on the video, be like, man, I found your video in an ad and I thought you were someone else, and I just kept on listening, and it's like, wow, now as a fan, and I actually stopped listening to that other artist, and now I listen to you. So I literally stole their fans. If you're not aggressively marketing your music online, you are missing out on a massive opportunity. I said it earlier, Nike, Coca-Cola, and other big brands, Adidas, haven't jumped in. So we have a chance to build a brand in months, which would normally take years. Who wants to build their music brand this year? Who wants to say, this is the year I need to get serious about this and start building my brand and not just, taking it as a joke, but figure it out, put my music. Because if you have music, man, we got to get it out there. We got to get it out there. That is how you ethically steal fans from your favorite bands. You just put it in front of their fans. It sounds so simple, but nobody is doing it. It is so cheap to do it, and nobody is doing it. I want to remind you guys at the end, I'm going to be doing the live Q&A VIP pass to answer all your questions. I want to remind you too, for those that stay at the end, I'm going to be giving you a free gift, which is my fan email list building template, okay, so that you can start building, giving away your music, using these ad strategies and stuff like that, and build an email list. But let me ask you a question. Are you enjoying this webinar so far? Has it been inspiring? Has it been good? Has it been worth your time? I hope so. Do you feel a little overwhelmed like this guy, like I promised you? Do you think if you had a system like this in place for your music career, would it be a game changer for you? If you had something like this, like I have, generating, selling these CDs, selling music, building an email list, booking shows, playing live, would that be a game changer for you? Because I want you to know that there is hope, that you can do this, that you don't need a label, that you can automate this while working a 9-to-5 and eventually even quit your job. I've done it. So many students have done it, and you can do it too. But I want you to imagine what your life will look like when millions of people are listening to your music, when you're performing in front of thousands, when you're building a fan base and selling music while you sleep, when you're releasing an album and knowing it's going to sell. What about when you're getting recognized and proving the haters wrong? How's that going to make you feel? What a difference is that going to make in your family and friends and the artists around you that you did it? You took the leap of faith. You learned this. This is your year. This is your time. because the strategies and methods I've shown you today only scratch the surface. There's so much more. But if you want to make music a full-time career and you're willing to put in the work and want to hear about the program I put together for you, I want you to type yes in the chat box. And I want to share this program with you if you guys are stoked, because I know it can change your life. Well, what if I said I have a program that teaches you how to implement this stuff so that you have lifetime access to, including the updates? Plus, what if I told you I'm going to personally coach you and help you set this up over the next 6 months? Would that be awesome? If I gave you a program and I also helped you set this up for the next 6 months, would that be a game changer? Well, the first thing I want to hook you guys up with, because I know what it's like to be alone, is a coaching program that I developed called Fanbase University. And I'm going to give you access to this for free for the next 6 months to coach you twice a month. Every other week, we're going to be jumping on a group coaching call where I'm going to be answering all your questions, critiquing your pages, your music, your videos, your Facebook, Instagram, YouTube ads, you name it. We're going to be getting on the phone twice a freaking month. How awesome will that be? So you're going to be getting 6 months of coaching in Fanbase University for free. It's worth $1,997. And you're going to get that for free when you enroll in my program called Fanbase Accelerator. Because the only way to grow your fan base, release and market your music, and get paid for it is through this program. It's a 5-week masterclass. And what you're going to get in that masterclass is 5 weeks of amazing programs. Week number 1, you're going to get my course, How I Make Over $4,000 a Month Selling Music Online. You're going to learn how to monetize your music. You're going to learn about sync licensing. You're going to learn about YouTube secrets and monetizing your music with YouTube. The story behind that program is I was on tour, and it was my headlining tour, and I was making money, from the tour, and I was meeting the other bands. And they were asking me questions, and I was like, hey, well, you got this set up? Have you done that? Have you done this? They're like, no, man, we don't even know about that. Oh, my gosh. I'm like, what? And I just thought some of this stuff was common knowledge. And because, sure, I'd get paid for the show, but I'd be in my hotel room, and I'd get, a notification, and I'd make thousands of dollars just in my hotel room there. And so I was making money while I sleep, plus I was, making money on the road. And so I actually put that program, How I Make Over $4,000 a Month, I put it together while I was on tour. What would an extra $4,000 a month do for you in your life? Would that not be a freaking game changer? What if you only did a quarter of that and you only made $1,000? Or even an extra $400 a month? Would that be a game changer? Guys, it's easier than you think. There might be just money on the table that you just haven't plugged into yet. One of my students says it was a very helpful course. I'm at the very beginning of my journey to become a singer, and this course will save me a lot of time and money. Here's another student, Shakira. She said, Chris Greenwood has delivered one of the best training courses I've ever enrolled in. Very knowledgeable, very easy to understand, and very valuable information. I've signed up for more of his trainings. Money well spent. Because I also show you how to get featured on iTunes. Won't that be a game changer, man, when you're featured on iTunes? And this is a shot of my album Reborn when I was independent. That's not a screenshot of when I was signed. That's independent, okay? So I want you to know that this is possible for you as an independent artist. You're also going to be getting my course, Music Marketing Secrets, how I sell a CD for $60. That's that advanced Facebook ads training, okay? How I'm selling those CDs, marketing, how I'm building an email list. This is how I actually got featured in Facebook, okay? This course is insane. For my success story of selling so many CDs and helping so many artists. That's why I got featured on Facebook and why I spend thousands of dollars. I'm going to help you set up that system so Facebook is working for you 24/7. Like, how do you get people to your page? Facebook ads. If you put $1 in and you get $3 back, how much would you spend on Facebook ads? You'd spend as much as you could, right? But maybe you're just not doing it right. Maybe your targeting is off. Maybe the ad is off. Maybe you just don't have a system in place. Well, this course is going to go into detail to show you how to do that. But I'm also going to be giving you in week 3 my music marketing and promotions for SoundCloud. I was at this event called ASCAP Expo in Hollywood, LA. And sure, I had a SoundCloud account, but then I heard this guy talk about SoundCloud and that they pay artists and thousands of dollars are getting paid to artists now and stuff like that. I'm like, what? I'm like, I didn't know that. And so right after his talk, I ran to the front of the stage. I said, hey man, I'm Chris Manifest. I'm like, how are you really doing this and stuff? And so I emailed him and he connected me. And so I learned how to monetize my SoundCloud account. And within that that month, I was making hundreds of dollars off my SoundCloud, now thousands. Okay, so you're going to learn how to do that, grow your fan base, monetize it, and market it. Is that not freaking awesome? And then week number 4, I'm going to show you how to book shows. Okay, it's my 6-figure touring musician, how I make over $10,000 a month touring as an independent artist. You know, when I quit my job, I actually went from 5 days a week to 4 to 3, and then I finally quit. That's how I did it. But I did that by booking shows. And you're going to learn how to book shows. You're going to get the contracts, the cold emails, everything, and know what to say to a club, a bar, a church, a school, a college. I'm going to show you how to put together your EPK, your bio, the whole thing, man. And so, you know, that stuff, I've booked over $500,000 in shows myself. This is before I had a booking agent, because I have a booking agent now, okay? And so you're going to get all that experience. And then week number 5, and this is all inside the Fanbase Accelerator, you're going to get my Twitter Accelerator, how to grow a fan base using Twitter, okay? And how to grow it fast, all right, using the hashtag strategy. I paid someone over $1,200 to learn this strategy, and it has been a game changer. You can narrow target your fans, okay? So you're going to be getting 6 months of coaching with Fanbase University for free. You're going to get my 5-week masterclass, Fanbase Accelerator, total value $4,994. But what else do you need to be successful? Well, you need my musician's toolbox, okay? I want to give you the booking contracts. I want to give you producer agreements. I want to give you the cold email templates to new contacts that you get when you're meeting managers or anyone in the industry that you need to reach out to, music supervisors. Plus, I want to give you 30 days worth of my most successful posts, okay? Imagine you knew what to post for the next 30 days. You had 30 days of ideas that you can model and then you can set up. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then I want to give you something really, really valuable inside this toolbox, and that's my music industry contacts. These are all the contacts that I've gathered over the last 18 years of struggle, doing 1,000 shows, over 250,000 miles. I've put all these together for you. These are from all the conferences I've toured, all the merchandise, all the different contacts. My wife put together this cover, and she's like, what is this? What are you giving them? I'm like, I'm giving them all our contacts and stuff like that. She's like, what? Are you crazy? I'm like, babe, they need it. I'm like, they need it. I'm like, it'll help them so much. So the contacts you're going to be getting like producers, graphic designers, lawyers, and not just regular lawyers, entertainment lawyers. Big difference. Lyric video directors, music video directors, publicists, bio writers, merchandise contacts for getting stickers, USB keys, shirt CDs. I get these questions asked all the time. So here it is. Spotify promotion companies, music video promotion companies, plus a ton more. That is insane. You get the 6 months of Fanbase University, 5-week masterclass, Fanbase Accelerator, my musician's toolbox, total value $6,991. But what else do you need to be successful? Well, you need a step-by-step plan on YouTube to blow it up, from ads to monetizing it, cover strategies. You need SEO strategies. And so this is the bonus course I want to give you, is my YouTube Accelerator course. And I just want you to know I've made over 27 music videos. But it's not just about the content. It's about the strategy. It's about monetizing it. I want you to imagine that if someone types in a certain keyword like EDM music or something like that, that your video pops up. Or how to actually set up those ads, how to monetize it and sell music and get it going. It's going to be a game changer, right? I even got the freaking YouTube shirt because I got to visit the Google head offices, and they taught me so much stuff. I've hired the best of the best in YouTube ad strategies. Now I run my own ads, and I'm giving you everything I know. One of my students, Tommy Schaefer, says, amazing course, taught me so much about YouTube that I needed to learn, even though I've been on YouTube for about 4 years now. Thank you, Mr. Greenwood. And then here's Malachi. Chris's course gave me all the answers I was looking for. I implemented all the teachings, and now in less than a week, I have over 100,000 views on 4 music videos. Thanks, Chris. Okay, so you're going to be getting my 6 months coaching to work with me one-on-one for 6 months. Okay, that's going to be twice. That's 12 group coaching calls. You're going to be getting 5-week masterclass, Fanbase Accelerator. It's got the 4K a month course. It's got YouTube. It's got Facebook. It's got SoundCloud, Twitter, and 10K a month strategy. You're getting my musician's toolbox. You're getting the bonus here, YouTube Accelerator. Total value is $8,985. And I'm not going to charge you that today, all right? I could, but I'm not going to. But I want to ask you, if all this program did, like after we worked together for 6 months, and now, you know, you're getting money from your music 24/7, 365, wouldn't that be worth it? Or if I gave you the tools and strategies to market your music to new fans and your fan base is just blowing up, would that not be worth it? Or if I gave you a 12-month plan for your music career and help you get paid for your first shows, you start getting paid for your shows, would that not be worth it? Because look, I don't want you to just think 6 months from now. I don't want you to just think a year. I want you to think years down the line. If this is your career, if this is what you're called to do, wouldn't that be worth it? Of course it would be. But I had two choices when putting this program together. The first option is I could go cheap as possible and try to sell as many people as possible, but that would not incentivize me to give you as much value. Or my second option would be to charge more, sell to less people, but be able to give those people more value and attention. And that's why I have that coaching and that, every single month and all the courses and the training and responding in my team, okay? And so now you can see why this is such a great deal at $8,985. When I do special events, I do a special for only $1,997. But because you guys showed up on this webinar and you're with me right now, I want to do a really special offer, and you can get started for only $697. Go to smartmusicbusiness.com/makemusic, or there should be a button on your screen there, and you can get in for only $697. Okay, I've paid coaches thousands of dollars. You're going to get me for 6 months on your side, encouraging you, kicking your butt, critiquing you. You're going to be in a private Facebook group with other artists that are helping you. You're going to get that 5-week masterclass, Fanbase Accelerator, with the $4K a month, how I make $4,000 a month course. You're getting the music marketing black box secrets. You're getting the Twitter marketing. You're getting my black book of contacts. You're getting this bonus YouTube Accelerator. And this is the thing. If you don't have the money right now, there's a PayPal option where you can go to paypalcredit.com and you can borrow up to $1,000 and you don't have to pay them back for 6 months. And there's no interest and you don't have to make any payments for 6 months. So let's work together for 6 months. Let's get you monetized. Let's get you rocking and get your career going, and then just pay back PayPal. And then you're good to go. Or I split it up and I'm doing this special thing because so many are like, Chris, I really, really want into this. Can you do a payment plan for me, please? Well, here it is. 4 payments of $197 to break it up, because you got to be committed. And what I've learned is that artists that pay, they pay attention. They get involved. Because if you just give stuff away for free, people don't take action. Think about the books that you've been given. Do you read them? No. But when you pay for a book, you read it. And I want you committed. I want you getting action. Most of all, I want you getting results. And I want to give a really special extra fast action bonus for those of you that are on the fence, that you're do this, but you're just not sure. I want to give you a bonus. And the first bonus I want to give you is Facebook Accelerator. How to get 10,000 fans in 10 days. So many students have been pleased with this. This is just one of my many artists. Here's Nico. Your 10K fans in 10 days course helped me hit 11K this morning, all in less than 7 days. I'm averaging 0.04 cents per like on my page. It's amazing. Here's another one of my students, Eric Seaven. By the way, he said to let you know when I went over 10K. 10K club, baby. My shirt size is medium. And that's because when you hit 10K, I mail you out a 10K club shirt just to congratulate you. There's another one of my students in there, and a student or an artist or musician, when they hit 10,000 fans or 10,000 a month after going through my courses, I mail them a shirt just to say congratulate you. It says no label, no excuses. So you're going to be getting the 6 months of Fanbase University. You're going to get the 5-week masterclass, Fanbase Accelerator, my Musician's Toolbox, my YouTube Accelerator. You're getting Facebook Accelerator. Total value is $9,482, but you can get started for $697. Just go to smartmusicbusiness.com/makemusic. And again, you've got the 4 payments of $197, or you can go to paypalcredit.com and you can apply for that credit. But I want to give you one more bonus, okay? Because I know some of you are on the fence there, and I want to push you over and just make this so valuable. I want to give you my course, Instagram Accelerator. How to get 1,000 followers in 10 days. You're going to learn how to 10x your Instagram followers. You're going to learn my hashtag strategy to get free traffic. You're going to learn how to monetize your Instagram account. You're going to learn how to create amazing and epic images. I'm going to show you how to run ads on Instagram and story ads. What about, getting your posts on autopilot. I'm going to show you how to do co-promotion strategies. This course is insane. It is chocked with value. This course alone is worth the total tuition that you're going to pay. I'm just throwing that in there for free when you take action today and get in there. So again, 6 months coaching of Fanbase University, working with me one-on-one. You're getting the Fanbase Accelerator Masterclass. You're getting my Musician's Toolbox. You're getting YouTube Accelerator, Facebook Accelerator, Instagram Accelerator. You're getting this all for only $697. Go to smartmusicbusiness.com/makemusic. And again, the 4 payments of $197, okay? And this offer is limited, guys. It's not going to be around forever, so get in there. Sometimes this offer goes away or the price goes up, okay? And just think about this. It's only $1.90 a day, okay? It's only $1.90 a day. We can all find an extra $1.90. You know, hold off on the latte. Hold off on eating out. You know, stop putting off your dream and put off the eating out, and let's get your dream going. Let's get you making money with your music, and let's change your life. You know, and the minimum payment on a credit card of $697 is only 18 bucks. I know we can be making you over 18 bucks a month with your music by just implementing one of these strategies. You know, it's only $15 a month on $197, okay? You can make over $15 and pay this thing off so easy. When you click on the link, you'll see a page like this. You'll see a button for the PayPal option below. And here's another one of my students, Mike Van Huber. He says, I'm always a skeptical person when it comes to online courses because there's a lot of how to make $1 million in 14 weeks with this technique or something similar. But you can trust me, this class is worth the money you spend on it. And that's the thing, guys. Nothing happens overnight, but when you start doing the right things over a period of time, things start working. Here's another one of my students, Kristen Morna. Once I started watching Chris's trainings, it all made sense and filled in the gaps. Not only does he have a lot of experience, but he's an artist himself, so he knows what we are facing. I get all of his courses so you can know the creative and business side of the music business. So again, guys, we're going to be doing the Q&A in a minute. I want you to listen to a couple of video testimonials, and then we're going to do the Q&A. But I want you to get started. I want you to get all 3 of those bonuses before they're gone, and I want to blow up your music career and kill it. But right now, I want you to check out some of these testimonials.
You know that feeling when you have a really long to-do list and you're almost paralyzed by what to even begin or to start with? That is the exact feeling I had a couple months back when I'd picked up most of Chris's courses and I was going through them. I was getting the information. It was really good, but I had all these things that I needed to do, and I wasn't sure where to start. And so that was really the main reason when I saw the Inner Circle email pop through my inbox that day that I chose to step into it, because what Chris was able to do for me was to give me step 1. Hey, here's all these things that we need to get done. Here's step 1. Once we're done with step 1, let's move to step 2. And within that month of working with Chris, I was able to make some huge strides and huge progress simply because he helped me take the information that I knew and begin to put it in the steps that I needed to take. And so maybe today you're sitting there and you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed and not sure what to do first. This would be a great place for you to start, to simply make the investment, move into working with Chris, and I think well, I guarantee that you won't regret it. It's an amazing thing, and I am so glad that I did it. I know you will be too.
Hey, my name is Cole DeRoos. I'm a hip-hop artist from Kansas City, and I've been part of Fanbase University now for, I don't know, 5-6 months, whenever it started, and it's been amazing because not only do you get access to Manifest or Chris Greenwood's courses that he has up online, which covers so much stuff from Facebook marketing, YouTube marketing, Instagram marketing, how to book shows, and he has a ton of experience behind that, so it's not just somebody talking fluff. He actually knows what he's talking about, and it's been amazing. We get a once-a-month coaching call for an hour. We can ask him anything we want. It's very personal. He'll respond to you. He'll pour into you, and for me, it's actually really helped my music. I had 2,000 likes on my Facebook page, real no presence. Now I have over 5,000 likes on my Facebook page, and things continue to grow and climb just from using his marketing techniques and applying what he is teaching. So highly recommend it. It's worth it. Be a part.
Hey guys, this is Doug from We Are Leo. I just wanted to give a quick testimonial about Chris Greenwood, aka Manifest's course on how to make $4,000 a month with just your music. And he's talking about just music, no shows or anything else. Basically, you don't have to even walk out your front door. You can make $4,000 a month with just your music. I've read a lot of books, watched a lot of tutorials, but I haven't found anything remotely as helpful as this course. It showed me all the ways that I was missing out on getting money from my music on YouTube, satellite radio, that type of stuff. What Chris does is he takes basically his 10 years of experience in the music industry and compiles it, makes action points on how you can squeeze every dime out of your music. Within like the first couple of minutes of watching the tutorials, I found accounts that I can set up, things that I could do to actually start collecting money that I had been missing out on.
Chris Greenwood, in his courses, teaches you all of the aspects that you never even thought of. He teaches you and motivates you throughout the whole thing to tend to your craft and how to build your brand and how to sell your music. Not only just, oh, you get it up on iTunes and you think it's gonna go. You literally have to continue to promote it, and there's so many other places that you can distribute your music, and there's so many other methods, and you can tell that from all of his experience he's really going in depth of how to do this. And the amount of information and knowledge that I gained from him in these courses is something that I could never pay anybody, because it would have taken me 10 years to figure all that stuff out. So what he had given me has really made me be able to propel my career and make decisions. And it's only been about 2 months since I've taken the courses, and I've made life-changing decisions on my music and my brand and my product. And I'm seeing results already. And me personally, he saved me hundreds of dollars, probably thousands of dollars, and hundreds of hours of time of trying to research this stuff. So now, at the end of these 3 courses, I'm really going into this thing knowing what I have to do. And I love how motivating he is throughout the whole thing, because he lays a lot of information down, and it seems discouraging on some of the stuff that he says. But at the same time, he says, just go get it, do it, and get busy. So thank you, Chris Greenwood, for really saving me time, and maybe you'll hear me on the radio one day.
Hey, what's up? My name is Giger, and I am from the band All Above Me. And as a band, we have completed all of the courses by Chris Greenwood, and I gotta tell you, they have absolutely launched our careers as independent artists. The material covered in these courses have educated us and got us ready for what was coming our way. I think the best part about these courses are the stories and experiences that Chris shares. I think people can tell you a general idea of how the music industry works, but hearing it from someone who has experienced it firsthand is priceless. Thanks to these courses, we are now generating income selling music online, monetizing our videos, building our catalog from music to merch, and we have also gained over 7,000 likes on Facebook. So 2016 is going to be a big year for us. I'd recommend these courses to anyone that's interested in really making a career in the music industry.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Jerry Fee, solo artist from Boise, Idaho. And I'll tell you what, I can't recommend highly enough to you guys that you work with Chris Greenwood and Fanbase University. Man, having somebody like this that has proven himself in the music industry through tenacity, through failure, through just going at it and learning the hard way, helping us so we hopefully don't have to learn the same way that he did, is awesome. His insights are incredible, his knowledge base is incredible, and the fact that he's willing to work with each one of us and help us reach our calling and our potential is incredible. So if you have any doubts, any questions about working with him in Fanbase University, stop right now. Seriously, get started. Thanks a lot, guys.
I had the opportunity to work with Manifest for the entire month of June, one-on-one, as him being my music coach, my music career coach. And honestly, it was one of the best things I've done. It really took me from where I was before in terms of like sending emails and like here's my music, here's all the stuff that I have. It's a little bit of a cluttered mess, because I have all these things, but I don't know what to really do with them. And then he stepped in and was like, all right, cool, we're gonna do this. Like, how about we take this, and why don't you do this with it? He really just amplified what I was trying to do. You know, I have like this thing going on in my head, but then he was able to take that and boost that up. I feel like just where I was has been amplified 4 times. Just like 4 times the Facebook likes. You know, I have a strategy now. He helped me focus on where to go, and like, you know, what avenues to take. Start here, build here. And so I was really fortunate to just to have him on my side and show me what he's learned over the course of his career, because he's been doing it for like 12+ years, and to have that on your back is definitely, it gives you a leg up. It totally gives you a leg up. And now I feel like I'm not just a hobbyist, I'm an artist now. This is who I am. I have a music career, and he actually helped me, but I'm starting to make money off my music now, which is something I never thought would be possible. The whole thing of working with Manifest in the entire month of June has definitely boosted my career and helped me get to the point where I want to go.
I was really in need for somebody who can coach me in the journey as an independent artist to release music, and how does it exactly work, and the whole steps behind it. You know, it's like a lot of things that you have to do, like for instance social media, you know, all the platforms. He gave me advice on that, like what can you do, like what kind of pictures can you post, or what kind of videos can you post. But he really motivates you, encourages you to go a step further, you know, and try to be yourself in this process, but also show yourself and grow and go beyond what you think you can do, you know. And he gives you tips. He also introduced me to another producer, you know, like, and very valuable information. So thank you, Chris. Thank you so much for all your videos, your coaching, and you giving your time to me. Also, it was very valuable, and I really appreciate your effort and your time. Thank you so much. Mwah.
I believe we can trade our lives for a big dream, a small dream, or no dream. Why not trade it for a big dream? If you're gonna do anything, why not do it big, right? Fear is always the loudest when you're trying to do something great.
A lot of people would say I didn't start out too good, and maybe you can relate to that. But let me tell you something. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And I know you guys are gonna finish great. I gotta believe I can more than survive. Still one trick up my sleeve. We're gonna make this one shine.
Scared to get on that stage? Do it afraid. Scared to jump off those stairs on your skateboard? Do it afraid. Scared to call and put your resume in? Do it afraid.
We're gonna make this one shine. Sometimes you gotta walk a different way. Don't let the world cookie cut you. You gotta go after your dream. I'm gonna fight the good fight, 'cause I know I'll get by. When I battle every day through the pain like a soldier.
Maybe you don't share those hidden things that are just important to you. I want to stir up that God-given dream that He's put in your heart.
I don't know your story, but there's one thing I do know about your story, about everyone's. It's not done yet, because you're still here. You're still writing it. Hold on when everything is shaking. Stand strong when the ground is falling through.
I had suicidal thoughts. I wanted to give up. This is my dream. This is my life. My identity was wrapped up in this thing. And all of a sudden it was gone. Pain is a good teacher. Have you ever wanted things to be different in your life? What do you need to let go of? What friends do you got to stop hanging out with that are negative, that are haters? Put yourself in places that are going to cause you to stretch. If you want something different tomorrow, you've got to plant something new today. A fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. And I know I've got a full room of fighters in here, right? Okay, so let's open it up and get started answering some questions. Again, this is a limited time only, so make sure you get in and you get enrolled. If you've still got questions, I'm going to answer some of your questions right now, but if you still got any questions, just email us at support@smartmusicbusiness.com, and one of my team members, one of my artists, I should say, because I only hire people that are in the music industry. We are artists helping artists, and we'll get back to you and just answer any questions that you have, okay? But one question I get a lot is, how long will I have access to the course? Well, all these courses and all the trainings, you'll have access lifetime, okay? And you also have lifetime access to the updates as well too, because I update these constantly because things are changing. You know, the music industry is changing. That's the difference between this and going to college where they teach you once and then you're on your own. But with this, you know, not only are you working with me for a year, but you get lifetime access to the courses and the updates because things are going to change, okay? And they do change. And I've already updated these multiple times. People ask me, when's the next group coaching call? We talk on the 12th and 24th. You'll get a members area login, and then you'll go to the place where the live members call is, and you'll be clicking on a Zoom link that will go to the live chat, and then you'll get to network with other artists. Our last call had like over 20 plus people on the one call. It was awesome. I go for like an hour plus and just answer your questions. I critique, I review, I look at your ad, I look at your website. Sometimes I'll go to your SoundCloud, we'll listen to a song right there on the spot. Like, this is real coaching, okay? I get this question a lot too. TuneCore versus CD Baby versus DistroKid. I personally like just to say, look, just choose one. You know, it's almost the wrong question, okay? Like, I personally use TuneCore, but I know CD Baby's a great company. I've heard great things about DistroKid, so those are the three. Just choose one and get started, okay? And remember, you can still get into this course, including the bonuses, for only $697. Another question, what if I don't have any music recorded? Will this course still work? Absolutely. You know, I give you the tools and everything to even upload it from scratch and monetize it and get it ready. And I talk about branding and so many things, and let alone working with me for a year and being around other successful artists. This is going to really, you know, light the fire under you and ignite that inspiration to get started watching like when you're watching this training and getting around these people, it's gonna like inspire you to get started and get music recorded and out there. Another question, what if I have an EP coming out? Can you help me promote that? Yes, and I actually recommend nowadays that, you know, it's not, sure, albums still sell, they still work, you can still make a great living, sell tons of albums, but people want more frequency more often, and so I think an EP is a great angle to go with. And I even say to artists, you know, like, just release multiple EPs and then put 2 EPs together and call it an album and add a few remixes or acoustic versions or something like that. And even if you've already got music that's been out for a year or 6 months, like even with that music marketing black box secrets with the advanced Facebook ads training, like that's going to help you breathe new life into your music. Okay, I had guys that had vinyl even from like 8 months ago, and he had hundreds of vinyls sitting around, and we helped him build a funnel, and he sold all those vinyl out. Okay, so it's just awesome. What is the best way to grow your fan base? I personally think it's a mixture of online marketing. That's the best ROI you can get. And that's why I really push the Facebook stuff, the YouTube, the Twitter, and the Instagram, because when you put money in, you know you are getting something out. You know you've gotten an impression. Like when you spend money, like it's guaranteed to get views, that people saw it. When you hire a publicist or radio, for one, sure, they might have got you featured on a website or a blog, but you don't know if anybody read it. You don't know if the targeted people read it. If you got on radio and you even got added to the station, oh, they played it? Oh, you found out that they played it in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. and what they call overnight, okay? And that's no good, all right? So that's my answer to that. Does this program cover sync licensing for TV, film, video games? Yes, it does. In the $4,000 a month selling music online, I show you how to start getting your music in TV and film. And honestly, that is a super undertapped area that artists miss out on. Like, we're talking like using your instrumentals, you know, songs that you've had for a while. And it's not about having a hit song in that regard. It's about having a song that fits the right mood of the scene. Okay, so that'll blow your mind there when you get in there. And I want to encourage you, if you're still sitting on the fence, remember, you're getting 12 months of Fanbase University, 5 weeks masterclass Fanbase Accelerator, which has got my how I make over 4K a month, 1.0 and 2.0 that covers the sync licensing. It's got the SoundCloud promotions course. It's got the Twitter accelerator. It's got how to book $10,000 worth of shows a month. And then you're getting my musician's toolbox with all my contacts, my music marketing black box secrets, YouTube accelerator, how to get 10,000 views in under 10 days, and then Instagram and Facebook accelerator, okay? Total value is over $10,000 and you're getting it for $697. Go to smartmusicbusiness.com/makemusic. Another question, can you tell us how you book shows? Yes, in the course I cover that, but I'm all about the cold emails, okay? And that's why I give you the cold email templates. I'm all about planning. I'm all about reaching out to people. I'm not about just social media. Social media is awesome, but I give you online and offline strategies. So I email clubs, I email churches, I emailed colleges, I emailed everybody and hit them up. But, you got to know how to put your EPK together and all that stuff. And in this training, I show you how to do that, to put your promo stuff together and get your marketing materials ready so you can reach out to people and book shows. Where is the best place to monetize your music? I think there's online, okay? Uploading it to like a TuneCore or a DistroKid or CD Baby is number one. Number two, I think, is sync licensing. Number three, if you are a touring artist, I know some of you just don't want to, but touring, if you can get that going, you can make huge amounts of money and just building a brand. But this is what I really want to drive home, is that you can build a brand online bigger than you think. Like, these aren't just, random success stories that we hear all the time. These are real, okay? And it's changed my life, and I know it can change yours. When and where do I get the Black Book of Contacts? Okay, that Black Book of Contacts will get emailed to you. Okay, you'll get a link to it, and then you'll have immediate access to all the contacts. Whether you do the 4 payments of $197 or you do the 1 payment of $697. Does this work for producers? Yes, it does. I actually had a producer friend over at my house the other day that I was coaching because he's releasing albums, and I think producers, just like DJs, are on the come up big time, where you can brand yourself as a producer. You can market yourself as a producer, whether you're just making tracks for people or you're now making tracks, but you're hiring artists to feature on your beats. Okay, that's like a new thing that and you kind of become the brand. You don't have to be the artist singing on it. You can just be the one being the behind the scenes on the track, but build your own brand around it. Look at Timbaland even is a perfect example of that. Does this course show me how to make money with my music online? Yes, it does. I know I talked about that a lot. Yes, this shows you how to monetize. You're going to need a Stripe account. You're going to need a PayPal account. You're going to need, to connect it to your banking, okay, and who you do your banking with, and you're going to start seeing money deposited into your account, and it's going to be life-changing. What if I only do cover songs? I think cover songs are an awesome strategy, and especially with YouTube, you can build that up, you can monetize it, and I think doing covers is a great way to start to bring people to know you as a artist, as just a person, as a brand. But then eventually I think you do need to make the switch from doing just covers to doing your own music. I think you can scale it a lot bigger as a business and make more money when you start to do originals. So it's really a 2-part strategy, doing covers and doing originals. Do you teach how to actually open for real bands as well? Yes, absolutely, man. Opening for bands, buying onto tours. That stuff changed my life. It's one of the most targeted things that you can do, is finding a band with a similar style of you, with a bigger audience, and opening up for them, and not with being mean or anything, but stealing their fans and getting their fans to dig you. And we say stealing their fans, I stole their fans. It's not really that. It's just that we all like to buy music of people that are similar to us. I like more than one hip-hop album. I like more than one rock album. Well, same thing for your music, whatever you make. So again, I just want to cap this off before this offer is gone. You're going to be getting 12 months of Fanbase University to work with me, and I'm excited to work with you. I get to see you 2 times a month on the 12th and 24th of every month. Even if you can't make a call, you just email support@smartmusicbusiness your question, and I'll answer it for you. And then you can always watch the replay. You get 5-week masterclass, Fanbase Accelerator, worth $2,997. You're talking the How I Make Over $4,000 a Month 1.0, 2.0, SoundCloud promotions, Twitter Accelerator, how to book $10,000 worth of shows. You're going to be getting my Musician's Toolbox worth $1,997. You're getting all my contacts, templates, my cold email strategies, everything in there. You're getting my advanced Facebook ad strategy. Okay, this is the stuff that helped me get featured on Facebook. It's my Music Marketing Secrets plus Sales Funnel worth $1,997. Bonus number 1, YouTube Accelerator. Bonus number 2 and 3, really, Instagram and Facebook Accelerator. Total value is over $10,000. You're getting that for only $697 or 4 payments of $197. Go to smartmusicbusiness.com/makemusic, and I look forward to seeing you on the next coaching call. I look forward to seeing you in the Facebook group. I look forward to just hearing you crush it. I look forward to sending you a 10K club shirt. So I will see you inside the course. Now's your time. Get in there, and I look forward to helping you out. Peace.